Hey, Boomer here with the Knowledge is Ammo channel. Today I want to talk to you about a little camping item that I really like a lot. It's from Etekcity. It's the portable outdoor camping stove. It's something that's really neat. I take it everywhere I go when I go camping. It comes in a little bitty carrying case and it has these little arms around it that fold out, and you can use them to set either a small can of like spaghetti and meatballs or any kind of can of food that you like, or you can actually fold these little things on top out to put something bigger on. I've taken it with me camping a few times, and believe it or not, this thing will work tremendously. I've put a cast iron frying pan on here, and I've cooked and cooked and cooked on this thing, and it will last a long time. You can get cooking fuel containers for it from Coleman and from other companies, and they come in 100 gram. This is a 220 gram, container, and they will last a long time. The last time I went out, I had a 100 gram container, and we had 5 people with us, and I cooked 2 to 3 meals a day for all of us on this one little thing, with between bacon, eggs, ham, several cans of spaghetti and meatballs, and countless cups of water that we boiled, and on a single can of fuel smaller than this, half the size of that. It's a really great thing to have with you when you go camping. It's tiny, it folds up really compact, so you can put it in your backpack. It weighs next to nothing. It has a piezo igniter on it, so you can strike it very reliably without wind, and it goes back in its container and folds up, so you can put it up in any kind of backpack with next to no weight. Really reliable, great thing you need to take with you. What we're going to do today is we're going to take this thing, we're going to actually use it, and we're going to make us a can of spaghetti and meatballs, as well as we're going to fry a couple of eggs. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take the camping stove, and we're going to go ahead and put it on top of our camping fuel cylinder. This is a butane propane mix from Walmart. It's from Coleman, actually, from Walmart. And you can get these for around $4 to $5 at Walmart. If you look on Amazon, the 100 gram fuel canister it's from a couple of different companies. They're going to be offered for around $15 or $16. And this is a 220 gram container. And at Walmart, it was $5 or something, like 5 and change. So go to your local stores and buy these locally. They're going to be a lot cheaper for you. So on the bottom, you'll see that there's a threaded ring on this. Just simply take and put it down on top of there and screw it down on top. You'll hear it hiss, and that says that it's connected. You'll smell a little propane, and that's fine. Give it a second to air out and let the air clear around it before you strike it or something like that, just in case it's leaking. But once you don't smell fuel anymore, you should be good to go. Make sure that you open up the rails around the top of it, the supports, and depending on what size you want to put on top of it, that's what you're going to have to open these pieces up. If you're doing a small can like spaghetti and meatballs like we're going to do first, make sure you leave them closed so the can will set better on the top of it. Back here, there is a little wire handle. That's your fuel gauge. That's what's going to open up, or fuel regulator. That's what's going to open up the fuel and make it either burn higher or lower. So we're going to go ahead and set it down here on the rock. And you can see we've got it pretty level, as best I can at least. And we're going to go ahead and grab our spaghetti meatballs, and we're going to go ahead and get started with this. Okay, it's kind of hard to see the flame, but we've got the flame going now. You simply just turn it on and hit the clicker, and it lights up. And you just set your spaghetti meatballs on there. And it won't take but just a moment for this to heat up. I think it takes 3 minutes for a liter of water to boil. So it won't take long at all for this guy. And I actually have bubbles already bubbling to the top of this. So we're going to go ahead and move the camera and set this a little bit closer so you can actually see this boiling and it coming up. All right, we've got this going now. It's been going for about 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes if that. And I can grab the sides of the can. It's a little warm, it's not that hot. There's more heat coming up the side of the can than there is actually on the can. Let's give it a few stirs here. You do want to stir this in the can if you're cooking it on the can. That way it doesn't burn on the bottom. But you can see that it is bubbling up only after about 2 minutes. So it heats up pretty quickly. Make sure that when you're stirring it, that you're holding onto the can, or that you're not letting it move, because you can dump this out or lose it. If you're worried about the heat, make sure you wear a pair of gloves or something like that so you don't burn yourself, or if the heat bothers you. I've got kind of tough hands, so it doesn't bother me. We're bubbling pretty good. Give it another stir here. It's getting kind of warm. Not too bad. Turn the heat down just a little bit. If you have the heat going too much, you can char the bottom of it. You'll have smoky spaghetti and meatballs, but when you're camping, food is food and it doesn't really matter too much. That's pretty warm. We're just going to give that just a little bit more. Yeah, that's pretty warm. We're going to call that. Turn our gas off. Go ahead and pull that off. Yep. Got a nice warm can of spaghetti and meatballs on about maybe 5 minutes, not less, on a tiny little bitty stove. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to fry some eggs on this little thing. And we fold these little bitty arms out so we'll have a better platform to set the pan on. All right, let's get going on that. Okay, now we're starting with our eggs. Make sure that you put a little dab of butter or oil in your pan, because it's going to heat up real quick. And start your stove after you put your butter in there, because it heats up really, really fast. Spread that around there. You're going to have to keep a good hold of your frying pan, because even though it's a small stove and it's big enough to hold that, it is still small. So we're going to crack us an egg on there. Do a couple. Whoop, get the eggs out of there. That was a fail. Little salt, pepper. I like garlic salt on mine. Let these cook away. Now you may have to move the pan around just a little bit to help these cook evenly. That's fine. That's part of cooking out in the woods or something. The times I've used this and I've not really wanted to cook on a fire is when your fire is really kicking up a lot of ash. That's really kind of troublesome. You know, I don't like ashes in my eggs. Got a little bit of an extra done spot there, but that's all right. Like I said, we're cooking either out in the woods, or we're cooking, out on, on a camping trip or something like that. We're not doing long excursions, because we're probably taking camping equipment that's, a little heavier than most. You can put it in a backpack or something like that, but little camping fuels can get a little heavy, and serious backpackers want to cut down on weight. Depending on how you like your eggs, I like mine slightly over easy, so this won't take too much longer. Just give it a circle around here. All right, let me go grab my plate and we'll be done. All right, here we go. And there we are. Turn our fuel off. Now we've got a nice egg. It's being cooked really well. Let me get my fork here. Yolks are still runny. Really hot. It's good. Worked well. Like I said, this is the little thing. They're, I think, $14.99 on Amazon right now, Etekcity. And there's a $2 off coupon, instant coupon that you can apply. So they end up being $12.99. And you can't really beat having something like this to take out in the woods with you. Okay, so it worked well. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and set this down, and I'll talk to you about, and we'll finish this up. So there you have it, the Etekcity portable camping stove. A great little piece of kit to have. Make sure you get one of these from Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. It's something really, really great to have and throw in your survival kit or your bug out bag. These things will last quite a long time on even the 100-gram fuel tank. The 220 will last quite a while. But one thing about it is once you put these on a fuel can, I'm not sure that they'll come off. I've never tried. I've always burnt these out in the field. If anybody has, be sure and leave me a comment below and let me know. I'm really not sure. Be careful with these because it is a flammable fuel. Make sure you don't kick these into the fire or something like that. But, you know, it's a great, great tool to have. Be sure and like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so I can bring more content to you. But anyway, thanks again. I'm Boomer, and I appreciate you for tuning in. But this is the Ammo channel where we bring knowledge to you, which is ammo for life.